Hello, students. Good evening. This is Anuja, and I would like to describe or teach you regarding literature review. I got many questions from most of you asking me how to write a literature review. So, here I have given a sample of a particular article which was published in Canadian Center for Science and Education. The topic of which is Learners' Listening Comprehension Difficulties in English Language Learning, a literature review. Okay, so here you can see that there is an abstract. An abstract is something that you write for summing up the paper. It should not include the conclusion. Okay, the conclusion part should not be evidently said, but it should be like you are trying to research on this particular topic by these theories. Okay, that is how you should have to write the abstract. Now, some keywords are being described. So, if in case a question is being asked for your FAT exam regarding an abstract writing, you should have to mention the abstract like this and also some keywords. Keywords are being mentioned here. Next one is the introduction. Here you can see that the introduction based on of the listening purpose of listening as a term, it is being introduced here, and you can see that the proof of the particular introduction is being claimed from a certain author. That is why it was written as Chastain. Chastain is the name of an author, and 1971 is written in the bracket because in case if he has more than one or more than two publications in different consecutive years, you will be abstained from understanding which of the work is being mentioned here. So in order to understand the work that is mentioned here, you are mentioning the year here. Okay, stated that a goal of listening comprehension is to comprehend the language at normal speed in an automatic condition. Okay, so this is the way in which introduction should be written. It should be very evident that you have done an exhaustive research. It needn't be for the FAT exam only, but if for your later research or for the publications also, it will be very beneficial if you would write like this. Okay, so many authors are being quoted here. You can see that Mohammad Reza Ahmadi, then Ghosh, Steinberg and Asmi, then Heidi Platt, then Hamauda. All these people are being mentioned here. So when you mention certain key terms or certain things that are being said by these people, you can see that this is paraphrased because it is the whatever is being written by them is being translated into the way in which you are paraphrasing or you're converting it into your own words, and that is why it is mentioned like this. If suppose you can see that if you are quoting the real or the exact words that is being told by the author himself, you should have to note down that this particular what you can say the sentences, it should be written in double quotes. And also at the end of the double quotes you should have to mention the page number of that particular work so that anybody who is going to do further research can go to that page number and see whether it is really the same sentence and whether they can find or develop any other more thesis statements based on that. Okay, so I have already told you that you are taking a general topic for a particular report. Suppose if it is your topic is based on diaspora, the Indian diaspora in Canada. You can see that diaspora is a group of people who have migrated from a particular nation to another nation, and there are different phases of diasporic, what you can say, generations, because the first generation people they always wanted to come back, but they could not come back because of some restrictions like war and displacement or poverty or something like that. And the second generation, they are having a cultural unconsciousness of the first generation, as well as they are having this nostalgia called home, and they will be writing about home which they haven't seen or witnessed. The third generation, they are almost displaced people. So you can see when you are dealing with such things, the diaspora in Canada is a general topic. If you are going to narrow it down, you can write it like diasporic writers from India in Canada, or Indian English writers in Canada. So that is called as narrowing down. So you're taking a general topic, you're narrowing down. Okay, so that process of taking a general topic and narrowing it down is called as the introduction. And in that particular introduction, you are concluding with that narrowing down a process. And then the next process is, of course, the process in which you are doing a literature review or an exhaustive research. So here, the definition of listening is being said again and again. Then the definition of listening comprehension, the listening comprehension strategies is being mentioned. And there you can see that these cognitive strategies, all these things which you research upon based on the listening comprehension strategies, they can be called as a literature review. So you can see that the exhaustive research which you do in that particular narrowed down area is called as literature review. Why are you doing a literature review? You are doing a literature review just because you want to narrow it down or specify on that particular topic. You want to find a research gap which nobody else has said, or you want to find another viewpoint of a particular research of a particular person. So in that way you are going to establish that you have a different point or perception of that particular topic. That is why you are having this literature review. So when you are writing a literature review, please maintain that here you are having Go said that it is very important to teaching learning strategies, etc. So this is the way in which you should have to write. Suppose a questions comes like you have to specify on a particular topic and you have to write a literature review. You can just invent or you can just correlate with any other particular books and you can write specific terms just like imaginative phrases or sentences for that. And when you're after you have written these all these elements, this is for showing the exhaustive research that you have done. You can see that here the major problems that learners face with listening comprehension, this is called the content analysis. And you have the conclusion, the findings is being mentioned here. The teacher should provide opportunities for developing a top down, bottom down processing skills, etc. is being mentioned here. Then the conclusion is being mentioned. As you write a report, please maintain the rule that it should not be subjective. It should not be in terms of your opinion. It should be a general opinion. You should not write from your perspective, never. And also the language should be politically correct. You should not detain or you should not say that something or some particular topic which you are really you something that you hate. You should not extensively say that you are hating that particular topic, but you can disclose that in general terms, of course, but it should be politically correct. Now see here acknowledgements has been mentioned. Please don't mention that in your report as you write. Now references, see, so many references are being written here. You can see that the first the person it is being mentioned. Let us see the introduction part. Here you can see the see Chastain 1971, I've told you already, and Muhammad Riza Ahmadi, Gauss. Okay, Chastain and Gauss 1982 and 1971. Okay, so just see that these books are being mentioned in the references. See, you have Chastain and Gauss. See, Gauss is being mentioned. Gauss B, 1982, Listening as Information Processing. Communication Quarterly, because it is a journal, which is written in italics. And the volume number is being mentioned, the page number is being mentioned, and also the date of indexing. That is the digital indexing number is being mentioned here, so that you can click on the link to go to that particular article. So here also you can see that Chastain 1971, The Development of Modern Language Skills, Theory to Practice. Since it is a textbook, it is written in italics. Okay, so if it is an article in a particular book, the article will be always in the normal case, while the particular journal, the name of the journal will be in the italics. Okay, that is how it is mentioned here. So this is a way in which you have to write a literature review. So that is for your further information. That is not only for the FAT exam but also for your future. Thank you.